I thought I would compare a couple of very, very similar multi-tools here. They're both the Leatherman lineup. It's the Surge and the Wave. And they're close enough in price point that if you decided to get one, you would probably consider the other as well. There are not a lot of differences between the two, but there are some market differences, but still not that major. If you see the two knives I've got here, the more expensive one, the Surge, which is about $100, and the less expensive Leatherman, which is in the 80s, somewhere high 80s, mid 80s. Both of them are affected by specials, etc. So you never really know. Very similar set of implements. You have a straight knife on the Leatherman Wave. You have a straight knife on the Surge. The Surge does have a saw blade. Let me check and double check. This one, the Wave has a file here, and also on this other side, it also has a saw blade. Now, the removal of the saw blade on the Wave, I assume it can be done because it does have a hex type of screw or hex type of head that it seems like you might be able to take that off, but it would be a major act of surgery. On the Surge, not only is it somewhat larger, but not in blade actual reach, it can actually be popped out. You could unscrew this, pull it out, and then you could swap this blade for another blade, maybe a file or something else along those lines. So the Surge is a little bit more adaptable that way. Everything else is very, very similar. You can reach some of the tools from the inside. It does have a bit driver here on the Wave, and it will use these bits. These are about $20 in addition if you don't buy them in a package with the Surge. Then it makes that package pretty expensive. But these $20 heads, basically two-headed, two-sided attachments or screw heads, will allow you to do a lot of stuff with just either one of these, and it will function on either. You simply pull out the existing connector here. That's a Phillips, and I'll just choose one at random here and pop that in, and voila, you've got looks like a small hex head. Pop it out, put it back in, and that's with the Wave. Put this back in. I'll put it Phillips head out because Phillips heads are usually the ones you're going to get most often. It locks by a little pedal attachment here that you can cut, you can turn down, and we can do the same with this one. It also has two heads. This one has the straight screwdriver point up. I can just flip it over and make it a Phillips head. And the selection of bits makes it pretty much adaptable to almost anything that you want to use it for in that size range. Now there's also an extension attachment that will allow you to get more distance, so you can get into nooks and crannies. I have that around here somewhere. I also ordered another, which should be in soon. Now that will also work on the Leatherman Surge or the Leatherman Wave. Back here, you hit the little paddle. It will allow it to close. So really, your choice of these two is personal preference. If you like the removable blade, then you'd want the Surge, where you can actually change the saw out for another blade, usually a file, I believe. I don't really find that impressive in the Surge. Not that it's not impressive, it's just not impressive enough to make it a determining factor in a purchase. The Surge is a lot larger. Now that might be a determining factor. This is very heavy. I don't know how much this thing is. 2 pounds, 2.5, 3 pounds. It is very heavy. This one is more along the line of 1.5 pounds. So both of these are adaptable and usable in a great number of implementations. I have the the surge holster around here somewhere, but this is the little the one for the Leatherman Wave. In fact, the sheath for the Leatherman Surge will also give me room to carry both of these little selection of heads in, so I can it makes it a little bit more usable and easier to handle. Just put it on your belt, and you've got the selection of screw heads, and you have the surge also right there by it, so you don't run the risk of losing it as easily. That's amazing. I've kept up with these for the length of time I have. In any case, thought I'd give you a quick shot of that. Like I said, if you want these little additions, you can buy a package deal that contains this, the surge, and the small extension that will allow you to use it more like a screwdriver. That begins to run into some money though. If you just want the surge, you can get it, and then you can buy these in addition. That would also run into money to some degree as well. And you can also simply buy the the less expensive, buy about $12 or $13 wave, and then you can buy these in addition. So you can use that as a budget choice. I'll give you a quick rundown. So if you come to a decision where you need to pick, if you're a Leatherman aficionado and these are in similar ranges up in the high mid range, then you would want to get one of these, and then just keep those in mind. I don't think there's that much difference to divide the two. I do like the fact that the surge is bigger, but that's just a male fault. In any case, I will see you later, and you have a wonderful day. And I don't think you would lose with either of these Leatherman, the surge or the wave. All right, that's all I've got, and I will talk to you later.